Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Garcia, and I am a part of this year's cohort 2024-2025 Innovation Academy. I am currently a math, science, social studies third grade teacher at Central Elementary. This is my 5th year in the district and also my 5th year teaching. Going into Innovation Academy, I really wanted to integrate more of those digital tools that our district has available, but also understand the variety of tools and how they work so that I could implement them with my students. I normally start the year by implementing routines and procedures, but this year I took a step back and focused more on building relationships with my students. This was great because we noticed that my students were more willing to try new things. One activity I tried out was 4 Corners Get to Know Me. My students were asked to guess the correct answers on questions about their new teacher, me, and I found that the students were more willing to share their own facts after learning about mine. One of the first strategies that I implemented for my class was allowing my students an opportunity to show their work on Canva. They created a poster of an ofrenda honoring a loved one or a famous person that had passed away. My students loved getting to honor their person by adding a lot of visuals using the Canva tools. Not only did they do Canva projects for social studies, but we also implemented it with math. Here are some of my kiddos making a math quiz for their peers. Implementing Canva in my classroom was a fantastic way of sparking my students' creativity with a digital platform. There were so many ideas and an enormous amount of resources within Canva that allowed my students to show what they were capable of doing. It took their thoughts and transformed them into beautiful visuals that represented all of the hard work we do in class. I'm very proud of them. My second innovative strategy was inspired by building thinking classrooms. Students are given a thinking challenge that has multiple levels of difficulty. They work in random groups of 3 to work out the problems and show their thinking on vertical thinking spaces, and in this case, our whiteboards. This was a wonderful way of getting my students to learn to work together to solve a problem, but also a way to practice communicating their thoughts in multiple ways. This was honestly one of my favorite strategies to try with my students this year. They were so motivated to try the different levels, and having random groups to work with each day allowed every student to kind of be forced to participate if they didn't really want to, but eventually led to taking ownership of their own learning. We even had feedback from parents. We tried out a thinking challenge for open house, and everyone loved that their kiddos were learning and practicing math in a challenging but engaging way. Another way students got to show their work was by working outside. We allowed students to show their thinking using chalk.
Overall, Innovation Academy has really opened my eyes to what it means to be innovative. I think that my mindset was more focused on how I can be more innovative for my students, and not necessarily on how I can foster innovation within my classroom. I'm so proud of the work that my students showed this year. I appreciate the strategies that were taught because I realized that I don't have to completely change my whole teaching style to be more innovative. We took our tools and added more strategies to just make them much better.